religion, you think? Because you think they don't like to hear about the truth or what's really going on?
Oh, the it's people have different views and the arguments.
What's your view on religion? Just curious.
I'm not really a religious person. Uh, I view religion to me is the expression of spirituality in a physical way.
You don't think we go anywhere when we die?
No, 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 no. Yeah, but what I'm saying is like religion to me is physical actions, reading the Bible, going to church, talking to fellow members of the church, going through the ceremonies or whatever they have at the church. That's all practicing religion. But the beliefs behind that, like going to heaven or hell when you die, in certain ways you feel, that's
Right.
spirituality. So I think spirituality and religion are two different things.
So your spirit lives on.
I'm saying spirituality is the inward practice of your beliefs, and religion is an outward expression of your beliefs. It's both the same
Right.
beliefs.
You think this country is getting evil? Do you believe in evil?
Yeah,
Do you think the country's turning evil?
I think it's always had some shit with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it always been in, you
Even
know,
even from the beginning.
yeah. But that, I mean, how old are you now?
43.
In your past experiences, is this the worst you ever seen the country?
Yeah, probably close
Yeah.
to it. But when I was younger, I wasn't paying attention to shit. I was all about me.
No, me neither. I didn't care about politics. All I cared about is what I could get.
Yeah,
I didn't care about politics. I didn't care about anything. Who
yeah,
cared about? I did kind of like get into it a little bit. Like I liked Reagan. I thought he was tough. I always wanted a tough president that didn't take crap from other countries. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because I always thought of other countries as kind of evil. You know, like like um like communist countries. Socialist countries. I always thought they were kind of greedy and evil. But you want to know what? What's the difference? Because look at our politicians. They live in like kings and queens and dictators. Don't you agree?
Yeah, there's a lot. We have a lot of people. We
Yeah,
other countries don't have the group of individuals making
yeah,
laws, and I mean, I think other countries have like one guy or like a small group of people.
right.
I mean, we
But
got
but we have people sucking money out of this country.
we have what
You
do we
know.
have? We have over 100, right? Well, I forgot the amount.
But how about all these people in Congress and in the Senate? How long? How come they could stay there for like 40 years? You know what I mean? I got a good question for you. How, where did Biden make all his money from?
Cut from this and fucking skimming off the top on, I mean, fundraisers and paying himself for fundraiser shits or something.
You think that he exploited other countries?
He might have. Yeah, he probably did some dirty shit. Yeah, some dirty shit on the side that nobody knows.
Yeah. I just kind of find it weird how people hate Trump so much. Okay. And Trump, whether his father gave him the money, wherever he got the money from, I love when they say, oh, his father gave him $6 million and he blew it. Does he look like he blew $6 million?
No, the guy's fucking his net worth is like 5 point something
Yeah,
$1 billion.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's
So I mean, he made his own money.
it's hundreds
You
of
know.
times over what he was given.
Yeah. Now this guy, and then don't get me wrong. I'm sure Trump had to do some not like super legal things to get all his money, because it's hard to be rich and do everything perfectly the right way. I don't care. That's how I feel. You know, I
Yeah,
had a good business where the taxes are killing me. You know,
yeah. You always that's the mission when you're even these people who talk crazy shit about Trump and the money and all that. They got accountants on their side that are finding loopholes to save the money. They got investment
right?
companies that they pay people to manage their money and make sure that they don't get banged for so many taxes.
Yeah.
And then
Hey
they
Jay,
got
give me a minute.
yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta help my wife with something. Okay, I'll
Uh,
be right back.
Just 1 second, sorry. No, I'm just gonna ask you where you want me to put this.
Oh, put it in the room. Just leave it there. I'll put it away. Sorry, bro.
it's all right.
I don't like my wife carrying things after, especially after our operation. You know, so yeah, that's what I was understanding. Like people hate Trump so much, like, and
It's
but they give Biden a pass on everything, and that guy did so much dirty crap. You know what I mean?
they think that Trump is a dictator. They think that he is authoritarian. They think that he it's because
He's been in our country for 4 years. He ran a country. Was he a dictator? Because I
no,
didn't feel a dictatorship.
no, no,
You
no.
know,
They're 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 mad because they're looking. These people are looking for wishy-washy type people. The president that's gonna, you know,
what
not be
smooch
so.
the other countries to death.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
like they just because Trump isn't owned by anybody. He's independent when it comes to this politics stuff.
right? And they're scared hell of him because he's going to clean them out, and they can't make the money they've been making on us.
Or even if they don't clean him out, they're all
Hmm.
gonna be given a hard time.
Right. They're not going to be able to live as freely and take as much as they want, as they've
No,
been doing.
because he's gonna reach in and start gutting out departments and start gutting people out of there, or and causing scenes. And these people don't want to deal with it. They just want to fucking wake up and go do what they do and come home. They don't want to have to worry about
Live
some
in their rich
guy.
little bubble.
Yeah, yeah, it's terrible.
Rich,
And
live in
but
their
the
rich little bubbles.
but the normal people, the regular normal people, they don't understand that. They're just well, some of them. They don't understand that, you know, that's what he's gonna do, and it needs to be done. They think that they want some guy that's like Biden, democracy, democracy. They think that by voting for Trump, they're voting against democracy. That's what they think.
That's
It's
just
crazy.
that's not what they think. That's what they're trying to push on people. You know what I mean? That's their narrative to try to push on people because they got nothing else to push on. You know what I mean?
I
You
think
know?
Trump is the biggest part help in democracy
Yeah. Yep.
because he
Everything
ain't.
about him is America. USA, make America great again. What is you know what I mean? Everything on the left is about hating America, burning the flags. You know what I mean? You know, you got professors in college teaching kids how to hate. You know what I mean? It's what is up with that? You know, there are professors in college. You know, whatever happened to teaching like algebra and friggin' uh, stuff like that? You know, And a teacher, I don't know. I would never want to send my kid to college now, and I see how the colleges are operating. You know, I think when kids go to college, they get brainwashed.
That's why if a kid goes to college, he's got to go to a college for a real career choice. Can't just
True.
haphazardly go to college and think you're going to figure out your
Yeah.
your life choice and career choices while you're in college. You can do that. You can do that. But it's if you're saying I don't know I'm going to go to I don't know what I'm going to major in when you go to college. I just need to go to college. I think you're setting yourself up for failure. If
Yeah.
you said I want to be a veterinarian, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a dentist, I want to be a lawyer. If you go for those types of things, you're not
Right.
going to set yourself up for failure. But if you're like, I don't know why I'm going to go, I just know I need to go, and maybe I'll do a little business, maybe I'll get my master's in business.
Yeah. And I can't wait for spring break. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I gotta get away from my family so I can do whatever I gotta do. Those are the ones that get brainwashed. But the guy who's like, I'm gonna go to 8 years of schooling and I'm gonna be an MD and I'm gonna make $350,000 a year by the time I'm 27 years old. Those are the guys that really are probably not gonna get brainwashed.
You know what? If you look at um the way our government is, it seems like it's history repeating itself of the days before, like Hitler took over the country and stuff. You know what I mean? They started brainwashing the children. They started ripping down statues. They started going after political opponents. You know, with getting them put in prison, throwing them in prison and stuff. That's what it
Yeah.
seems like to me. You know, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't
Well,
know.
well, thank
You know?
God they got Joe Biden as their front man because
Yeah,
it's terrible. If they had a crazy, loudmouth, outlandish guy that was their Democrats' front man, we'd be in a lot of trouble.
but don't you think um they should be responsible for lying to us this whole time on how this guy is his health wise? I mean, they knew he was like this. He was like this. This just didn't happen overnight. This guy's been like this for a long time.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he's been like this for a long time.
How
And
is
before,
that? How is that guy gonna sit down and have a big meeting with another
mhm,
leader of the world, another leader of a big country, and make a deal, strike a deal between relations between another countries and America? How is he gonna how is he gonna negotiate a deal like that?
yeah.
The guy can't even
And
get a
what's
sentence.
I don't think he even knows what leader he's sitting down with when he's in these meetings. You know what I mean? If you look at him, he looks like a zombie.
I
You know what I
know.
mean? Like he doesn't even know where he's at. They got a point for him to go. Where to go? Go over there. Go that way. You're going the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Because he's got it
Trips
so
over,
easy. He's
stand
got
there.
so many people in the White House that are coaching him. They're telling him what to say. When he goes into this meetings, he's probably got a notebook in front of him that with notes in it that he didn't even write.
Right.
He didn't
Yep.
write the notes. Like it's okay to go to a meeting and you're gonna negotiate and you want to have your notes in front of you and because you thought of them beforehand, so you can get some negotiating power. He he goes into these meetings like he has that, but the shit was written by somebody else.
Right. Of course. The only time the guy sounds like he's in any kind of sense, or sounds intellectual at all, is when he has a teleprompter in front of him. And then I still don't understand what he's talking about. Maybe it's me or maybe it's not, but I still don't understand what he's saying. Maybe I'm stupid, but I don't. I don't know what the guy's agenda is. All they care about this Green New Deal crap. You put out electric cars before you even fix the electrical grid. You know what I mean? So you plug your car and you can't even turn your air conditioner on. You know what I'm saying? It's sickening. It's stupid. Like, you know what I mean? It's stupid. Why wouldn't you fix the simple stuff before you? It's like running before you're walking. You know what I mean? Let me throw an electrical car out there, but we don't have enough electric to run it. You know, and keep everybody else's appliances going. You know, I
Yeah,
seen one of those electrical pickup trucks, those new ones.
yeah.
Weirdest looking thing I ever seen. It was an Acme the other day.
The
It looked like
Riv,
a tank.
the Rivi. Which one? The Tesla Cybertruck or
No, it had another name on it.
the Rivian or something?
Yeah, yeah. It has the bed's got that thing that closes. You don't see no headlights or taillights or nothing on it. So I don't know how the lights work. You know,
Yeah.
it's the weirdest looking thing. It looks like a spaceship. Everybody in the parking lot was taking pictures of it. I should take a picture of it.
Oh, it's the Tesla Cybertruck. That's what it sounds like. It's silver,
Yeah,
silver,
yeah. Silver. Yeah,
and it has flat
yeah,
panels everywhere. Flat.
yeah. It looks like a spaceship.
Yeah, it's a Tesla
Yeah.
Cybertruck.
Yeah. Where are the headlights and stuff on it?
Not sure.
Just like there's nothing. I looked around the truck. It's like no, it's just stainless steel or
Yeah,
whatever it is.
yeah.
No headlights, anything. Maybe just it's built in or something.
I,
Really weird.
it's probably see through, like on the bottom, the metal. It
Yeah,
the lights can shine through it on the bottom.
I'll never know. I couldn't afford a tire on that truck.
The only the
You
only
know,
the only good thing I could say, which is maybe not, it doesn't really matter about the Tesla Cybertruck, is it's they got a model out there that's fast as hell. Beats Corvettes.
get out of here.
Yeah,
Really?
these are like 0 to 60 in 2 seconds.
That big tank.
Yeah,
Wow.
I seen videos of it. I seen videos of them racing that against
I
Corvettes.
got it out later. Now, is that thing running on electric?
Yeah, it's electric.
All electric.
Yeah, it's electric.
Wow. How much electric do you think that thing needs up? Like how long does it take to charge that truck?
I don't know how that stuff works because I know they have like fast charger. Then they have a regular charger. I'm not sure.
I got a friend who started a little thing of putting in charges in people's garages to charge their cars.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? You know, and he started doing that. And but
yeah.
like I said, you don't have the electric grid to handle that.
I was
I don't
looking.
know about mine went out twice this year already, and one almost for 2 days. It ruined all the groceries in my refrigerator.
Oh shit.
You know,
Yeah,
you
because
know
at
what?
one point I was looking at Teslas before I got my car. Now I was looking at they got one model, the Tesla S Plaid, the Plaid version, and
Right.
I was that one's fast as hell too. And I was looking at what's it take to get a charger, and you pay Tesla $500, and they send you a charging pole, and then you got to hire an electrician, and he comes in and he installs it.
What's the prices on those cars?
You get a used one for you get a used Tesla low model for 20, 30 grand.
That's it.
Yeah, but if you get the high end plaid version Type S that's brand new, you're looking at 90 grand. And
90 grand.
the Tesla truck, I don't even know the price on that. It's probably over 100.
Oh, easy. I bet you it's close to 200,000.
Could be.
Yeah, that truck. That I couldn't believe it. I should have took a picture of it. I don't know, but like, where do we make these trucks and cars?
What?
Where do they come from? Where these trucks and cars come from?
The
Are
electric
we
one?
making them here in America?
Yeah, I'm sure they're assembling in America, but they're probably getting some parts from overseas.
Yeah. Well, that does us a lot of good. You know.
Most
Well,
even American cars, most American cars, they're
oh yeah, most of
assembled in America, but they get their parts. A lot of parts coming from from overseas. Even Ford,
Yeah.
their microchips and everything they got in there.
Doesn't and nobody remember that Trump got the car business going again in America? Like got the you know got us jobs.
Dude,
Opened up the
they
car
don't under.
plant.
I don't understand why these people don't. They can't get past it, dude. He had us energy independent. We weren't making deals with Iran and shit for Saudi Arabia for oil. We were producing our own oil and stockpiling our own oil. He was getting the microchips under control. The gas prices were down. Groceries were down. People, all the builders had interest rates were down. The builders could build their projects and buy properties and employ people. They don't understand all this stuff. They're just looking at that he's a authoritarian. He's a next Hitler, and the guy's unhinged, and he talks a lot of crap, and they don't understand.
These people are like the I don't know. I growing up, some of these people when I was growing up, I always thought they were smart people. Some of my aunts and uncles, I thought they were like, wow, they're pretty smart people. They got good jobs, they make decent money. You know what I mean? But then again, maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm missing out on something. You know what I mean? How do you call this guy a world leader? You know what I mean? How do you call like this guy? And if you look at the guy's past record, it's horrible. It's horrible. What the hell did he ever do for us? Even when he was a senator, what did he do? I want to know one good thing this guy done for us. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I would love, I would love for somebody to tell me one good thing this guy's done for us. Even since he's been in office, he flooded our country with terrorists and whatever. We don't even know who these people are. You know, I'm having a hard time paying my bills and everything else, and immigrants are getting more money than me and getting taken care of better than I am. Not to say how much money you think they're spending on these borders, even bring processing and trying to get these people, trying to figure out how to stop them from flooding and everything coming. And how much money you think is being spent down there, you know, on all these borders.
I know. I don't know. So I don't. The people are not stupid, man. They're only voting for Biden. Normal people is because they don't like Trump.
That's dude. You don't think that's stupid?
That's not a good enough. That's not good enough of a reason.
Let me ask you this question, okay? If you're going to go to, let's say, buy a nice car, we'll use cars for example. You go to a car dealer, and the one car dealer you go to, the guy's super nice guy and everything else, but he's gonna sell you a shitty car, okay? But you go to another car dealer, and the guy's an arrogant jerk, but he's gonna sell you a beautiful car with a good price, and it runs good, and you're gonna get a nice warranty with it. What are you gonna do? What
I
are you
know.
gonna do? You're gonna go to the nice guy and buy a shitty car that's gonna break down in 2 weeks, or you're gonna go to the arrogant guy and buy the car that you know that's a good car and it's gonna run good and it's gonna keep your family safe. Which one? Because you don't like the guy's attitude, so let me go buy a shitty car. Isn't that
Yeah.
kind of stupid?
Yeah.
You know?
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. If it was me, if I didn't like the organization, I mean, I would either, if I didn't like the salesman, I would ask to speak to another salesman or something like that. But relating to this, if they don't have time for that, so you gotta take.
Yeah, but why do you have to like a guy to run our country the right way?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? If he runs the country the right way and he cares about the country, why do we have to like him? You know?
yeah, and that's not even everybody, because I don't have
Yeah.
a problem with Trump. Trump. I
No,
mean,
me either.
I come from New Jersey, man. I'm from New Jersey. We're hard-nosed people. We're right next to New York. We're used to dealing with people in New York. We got Staten Island
Yeah,
over there. In this neck of the woods, you know, a drive-by wave to somebody is the middle finger. Get out of my way. You're in my fucking
yeah,
way. But
yeah,
but that's just normal.
yeah.
And Trump is from Trump run all his shit from this area, the tri-state
And the
area.
funny part about it, it's this area that hates him. It's New York that hates him.
Yeah.
It's New York that's trying to convict him. Like, is bringing. Since when is it illegal to pay somebody not to ruin your reputation? How? What did he do that was illegal?
That never would have came up. That came up multiple reasons. One, that Stormy Daniels chick is looking for publicity, man. She's this if this guy was never running for president, you think that would have been in the news? Never.
No, no,
Never. They blew it up.
no. Yep. She got her money too. She got her money, and then I think what the story behind it was that she never admitted that it happened or whatever. But whatever.
It's
You know
like
what I mean?
it's
I
like oh,
mean,
you ever see these actors, some of these actors or these pro sports people, all of a sudden you get
yeah,
they start getting rape allegations and start getting allegations from these people that they blew them off, wouldn't give them any money,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
It's the
yep,
same kind of thing. People know that shit too, regardless what they say.
yeah, yeah. The guy's a convicted felon. Give me a break.
Oh, I knew they were
That's
gonna
not
jump
even a
all over
felony.
that as soon as
Yeah,
the guilties came in.
that's not even a felony charge.
It's
You
bullshit.
know.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. And if you want to talk about morals and the decency of people, why don't we take a look at Trump's kids and then let's take a look at Biden's kids and let's talk about morals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For real. Look what this kid and this kid's in these meetings in the White House. He's a crackhead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you want to talk about morals, here's a guy who put a gun in a freaking garbage can across the street from the school with traces of crack on it. Okay. Let's look at Trump's kids. Show me anything they did remotely close to something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they're healthy, normal
Yeah.
people.
And they look like they work hard. They look like they got common sense and they're pretty smart, you know? But you talk to that guy, he's talking to a lady on the news about how much Parmesan cheese he smoked, thinking it was crack on his rug. I'm not even kidding and joking about it,
I
you
know.
know?
That's fine. If somebody's gonna have that kind of past and has got caught up in that lifestyle and that happened to
Sure.
them, that happens to a lot of people. Some people die and they don't never make it out. But
Yeah.
he's got to be like, I'm changing my life. My life changed.
Yeah.
I figured out a new way, but he's not. He's just blowing it
None of
off.
us are. I've made my mistakes, huge mistakes in life. I wasn't a good person. I did a lot of bad things. You know what I mean? But am I doing it now? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He just recently did that with the gun.
yeah.
It's just not something he did 20 years ago. You know
No,
what I mean?
he's actively doing the shit. Yeah.
Yeah. They found coke in the White House. Where did that come from? You know what I mean? Give me a break. It's just
And
here there.
who the fuck? And that don't make any sense to me because what kind of coke addict, crack addict, is leaving their bags of coke around? Most of them are fucking got it on their hip, man. They ain't dropping that shit.
You want to know my personal opinion? I think they're having parties over there. You know, I
But even
seen.
even so, who leaves
Yeah,
their bag of coke around, man? I'm never leaving
I
that
know.
shit around. The only maybe I could think of is that they had multiple bags of coke. They must have had like 30 bags of coke, and they misplaced one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fell out of their pocket or something, or they used it and left it there. Who knows? And they got so much money, do anything they want to do over there.
Right, it was probably
You
a
know what I mean?
small little bag out of it. But who the fuck leaves their Coke? Who would leave their Coke? Most times you got the Coke on your pocket, man. You know where that sucker is the whole time. Ain't nobody oh, I lost my Coke. What? You lost your fucking Coke? What do you mean you lost your Coke? You know?
You
Oh,
treat that you treat that stuff like it's a bar of gold.
yeah. Oh, I left my Coke in the White House. What do you mean you left your? How the fuck do you leave your Coke in the White House? I don't know. It's just a little suspicious to me. You know?
I know. Think somebody planted it there?
I think something like that. Somebody planted it, or they had just so much damn Coke that they couldn't keep track of all the bags of Coke. You know?
Yeah. And then another thing that you got to look at. So I don't know about you, but look at the congressmen and the senators that are on the Democrat sides, and look at the congressmen and the senators and the political people that are on the Republican sides.
Yeah.
Like, just look at the shape of the difference. Like, let's compare Maxine Waters. Okay, look at the shape of that lady. Okay, let's compare her with Jim Jordan. You know what I mean? Who would you trust watching your house if you went on vacation? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maxine Waters or Jim Jordan.
Yeah.
It's just like you can't even compare. When you see those Democrats walking out, you see the Republicans walking out. The Democrats. Sometimes I think they're aliens. They look so weird.
I
You know
know.
what I mean?
I was watching something. Something happened. Democrats were meeting. They're having a meeting in Congress over there, Senate. They were having a meeting somewhere, and
Yeah.
before the woman gave her little speech on whatever she's going to give her speech on, she had to stand up and wish a happy birthday to her wife, which is so when I hear that, I think,
Yeah.
man, they're having like a gay orgy in fucking Congress.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a transgender fucking drag show in Congress.
Yeah. Yeah. They are. That's probably where the coke came from. You know what I mean?
It's fucking
You know what else? Who's the guy who was sleeping with the Chinese spy on the Democrat side?
I don't know.
What's his name? Can't think of his name. He always said when they were impeaching Trump, he was always in the pictures. He's always in the background. I can't think of his name. Young guy, but he was sleeping with a Chinese spy. You know?
Eric Swalwell.
Yeah, Eric Smallwell, right? Look. I mean, let's compare him, okay, to another Republican. Um, let's compare him with Ben Carson. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
like that guy.
I love Ben Carson.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. How could you compare look at the Democrats and the Republicans, like the way their behaviors, the way they act, the things that they do. I mean, it's such a difference. The only thing I wish is the Republicans would grow a pair of nuts and be tougher, because I don't know. It just seems like the Democrats know how to be evil, and the Republicans don't know how to handle it. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like.
They're
You
evil.
know?
Democrats, they're nasty. They're nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a guy that worked for Biden that came out like a couple of weeks ago to saying that he was horrible to work for. You know, he didn't give his name or nothing, but he said he was horrible to work for. He was nasty and everything. You know, I
Yep.
don't see him being a nice guy. Look at the way he treats the media. You know, they come off on Trump the way he treats the media, but what excuse does Biden have to treat the media now? I'll tell you the excuse, because he doesn't know, scared to say anything because he's an idiot. So the best thing he can do is get rid of him, get away from me. You know, that's what I think.
Yeah,
Same thing with
I think as a leader of America, USA, guy needs to be characteristics of a leader. The guy needs to be sharp, independent thinker, quick on his feet, good negotiating skills, not afraid to pull the trigger and make decisions. The guy needs to be have leader characteristics.
Yeah,
Joe Biden has doesn't appeal. Joe Biden, he's not a leader. He's not a leader. Everything that he does and says, all the meetings, he's prompted. He's got to have a
yeah,
teleprompter. He's got to have notes written by others. He's got to have pre-screened questions.
right.
You know,
What was that, babe?
On the floor.
Oh my God! Thanks for showing everybody.
Sorry.
yeah, he's got to have. He's not a leader. A leader
Yeah,
doesn't need that. A leader doesn't need that. A leader would use all that information, a teleprompter, pre-screened questions, notes. A true leader would use those just as tools to possibly help do what he's got to do. He wouldn't need those to survive, you know?
right, right,
Biden needs that shit to just get a simple point across and survive.
right.
So that means he's incapable of leading.
Yes, of course. Like the other day when his wife was getting in the car and a reporter asked her something. She's like, "You don't have to yell. Don't even answer the question. Just gets in the car."
Yeah, I read about that. Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. I seen it. I didn't read about it. I seen it on TV. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's
I'm glad that this is coming to light right now. I'm glad that people are starting to realize that Joe Biden
I'm
in
good.
in his prime
God,
Joe
yeah.
Biden in his prime may have been a better leader, but he has dulled down so much that he needs outside help, and people are realizing that he's not probably not the best fit.
If he would have been a better leader in his prime, he would have been a leader.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I
Well,
don't see anything he did in the past that helped this country.
no, I mean, not agreeing with his policies. I'm just talking about just straight leadership qualities.
I understand. It's like the other day, was it yesterday, with the NATO meetings. You know, who
Yeah.
gives a shit about NATO right now?
Yeah,
You know
imagine
what I
that
mean?
guy in there in NATO though. He's meeting with all these top level people from other countries. How is this guy
Yeah,
going to negotiate deals
yeah.
even
When
in NATO?
Trump got money out of NATO because he got money out of the countries that we've been protecting that never paid us. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, we made money when Trump was in office. He didn't even take a salary. So how do you say that we're better off with a brainless vegetable? You know,
Yeah.
and somebody that's going to make the country money, that's going to bring jobs back to America, which he did. He did everything he said he was going to do, but all of that got hidden under impeachments and everything else.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
I mean, the Democrats. I don't know how Trump even ran the country for 4 years. The way the Democrats was all over. You know what I mean? Like impeaching him, doing this, doing that, every little thing he did. You know, but then you got Joe Biden on the phone saying how he fired somebody because he couldn't extort money out of them. You know what I mean? He had a few minutes to send the money over on firing the attorney general, and that's extortion. No,
Yeah.
but that never gets that just everything they do just gets swept right under the rug. You know what I mean? Everything the Republicans do, you know. And I tell you the truth, you you probably have to be a good person to be a Republican because if you're not, the Democrats are going to find something, and they're gonna shred you. They're gonna shred you. So that tells you right there, you better be a good person when you're a Republican. But the Democrats, we don't do that to them.
No.
And that's the problem. We let them get away with anything they want to do. You know? I think that's sickening. You know? And they
Yeah.
all look at this Talib person. And what's the other one? The Talib Rashid, the squad. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Jew hating squad, you know? So, hatred. That's what they bring in. That's how they help the country. They bring hatred in. Could you imagine if we had that on the Republican side? How the Democrats would expose and shred them? You know,
Yeah. 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 They would
it
totally.
doesn't work.
We don't do it.
Yeah, we know.
That's because the Republicans are too busy trying to make money, do the right
Hmm.
thing for their families. They're not into all that little petty bullshit. Not into that.
Yeah,
You know.
and you can tell when a Republican talks and a Democrat talks the difference in in who's more up on things, who's more intelligent. Like if you talk like Marco Rubio, okay, and then talk to Coons, okay, compare the two, talking, and it makes you sick because Marco Rubio is way more up to date and way more helpful for this country than Coons ever would be. You know,
Yeah.
that's yeah, and then you got what's the other guy? Ted Cruz, another good senator. They're all good senators and congressmen. They all do their jobs.
Yeah.
It looks like it to me anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
No, I know. It's so messed up, man. They really changed. It changed. Democrats didn't used to be that way. You know.
yeah, it looks like the Republicans are trying to work and get the country back in shape again and work on the country. And it looks like the Democrats are just trying to survive so they can keep taking and taking and taking. That's how I feel about it. You know?
Yeah. It's different, man. It's okay. My wife doesn't understand either. It's okay to switch, Like it's okay. Like if you grew up Democrat your
Yeah.
whole life and you believed in
I,
Democrats,
I voted Democratic when I was younger.
yeah.
I voted for Bill Clinton.
Yeah. It's just that they're afraid to switch. They think that they got to realize that the Democratic Party has morphed and changed into something way different than what it was when we were younger in the 80s and early 90s,
Yeah.
you know?
Do I mentioned it the other day. It's like they say the Democrats are trying to say like MAGA uh, and anybody who follows Trump, it's a cult. You know, to me, a cult is if you're a Democrat or a Republican and you're voting for the wrong person, that people that are lying about things and everything else, and you're still sticking with them, then I think you're in a cult. I think that's a cult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When there's
I don't think.
overwhelming evidence showing why not to vote for this person, but then they do it anyway. Yeah,
Yes, I think that's a huge cult.
yeah.
Yeah, not when you're trying to make the country better. That's being in a cult. You know,
And
how about all the rioting and all the destruction they've done? That's
and
a
you,
cult.
and like if they think Donald Trump, people he's a cult and all this stuff, it's a cult. If the shit wasn't the way it was, Donald Trump wouldn't even be in the news. He would be
Uh,
playing golf somewhere. He would not be running for president. He wouldn't
yeah.
care, because
He said
everything
he
is
didn't want
okay.
to run. He said he didn't want to run again. His son said to him, the country needs you. Please don't drop out. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
that's what I heard. Maybe I'm wrong.
yeah. He would. Man, the guy, he's older. I'm sure he wants to enjoy his retirement, and he's passing his business down to the kids, and they're all running, and
Yeah,
he's playing his golf and hanging out. What would Joe
yeah,
Biden be doing?
yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, he wants to become a dictator and take over the country. What, 80 something years old? What do you got? What does he got? 10 years left if he's lucky?
People, people confuse. They're confusing dictatorship with a strong leader. Just because he's a
Right.
strong leader doesn't make him a dictator.
But he's been in there before. If you want to be a dictator, why didn't he do it before? You know?
Just because the guy makes firm remarks and firm
Yeah.
decisions and
Yeah.
matter of fact statements, you know,
Yeah.
whether they're right or wrong, doesn't make him a dictator. It just makes
No,
him,
I understand. I
you know,
understand. It's because he questioned the election. Because you could see on TV people stashing ballots and
yeah,
truckloads of ballots being in the woods somewhere in the weeds. But you can't question that. That's why we have freedom on our stamps, so you could question things. You know what I mean? But
and
if
it's
you do question things, you're a leader or you're a racist.
and
You
it's
know?
messed up that we're supposed to be a country where our votes and everything like that matter, and we don't feel cheated in an election. But the way that it went down makes you feel cheated because of all that evidence, all the ballots and the voting machines and the mail-in ballots, not even in person showing IDs. I mean, somebody, one of my friends, they had they mailed him two ballots.
Yep.
He was able to send off two ballots. Another guy, he was getting ballots for his dead grandmother.
Well, you heard about the lady that was going into seniors' homes to fill out ballots and tell them, don't check the top. Don't worry about it. Then check. She was checking the top off and putting the ballots in. She got in trouble. This just happened recently in one of the primaries, I think. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to question things. The thing that bothers me the most is like me and you and everyday people like me and you. If you're not a Hollywood star, if you're not rich, or if you're not a politician, they think we mean nothing. We're like nobodies. Like we don't count. They don't. People got to start realizing your vote counts. You're something. You know what I mean? Stop thinking these people. I don't need Robert De Niro to tell me who the F to vote for. You know what I mean? I don't need Robert De Niro telling me any crap. Who is he to get on TV to say anything about anything? You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
I don't need these actors telling me where to go, who to vote for. You know what I mean? Like they're not gods. It's like we're people too. We make a difference. Why don't we realize we make a difference? Stop
Yeah.
riding on people's tails. You don't have to be riding on their coattails. You can have your own coattail. You know?
Yeah, I mean, but our election should be a pretty sacred thing. It should be held strict confidence. It should be
Yes.
you should be able
Yes.
to, not have any concern if an election is, valid
Being
or
rigged or not.
rigged, because the places, the countries that have rigged elections are like mobbed up cartel, mafia, cocaine, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Those are the ones who have, rigged elections, you know.
Yep.
But America, we're supposed to all, count. Our voice is supposed to matter. And the shenanigans that went down in 2020, whether the election was legitimately lost and won by Biden, just all the stuff that was going on makes you question. And you
Yeah.
shouldn't have to question.
And, yeah. But you should be allowed to question though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
No, no,
should be allowed.
you shouldn't have to question the legitimacy
No.
of the
No.
election. You should be
No.
okay. We it
They
lo-
should have in-person voting with voter ID.
yeah,
And that would solve that whole thing.
yeah.
I don't care if I got to stand online for 3 days, as long as I know that my vote's going to the right person.
And that's why their secret little bullshit plan to open the doors they don't give a shit about whether that hurts us as a country, open borders and having these people come in. They don't care about that. They're trying to buff the vote. They're trying to buff
Yep.
it. They're trying to
Yep.
get votes to win the election again. That was a preemptive strike towards winning
Yep.
an election, and that's terrible.
For, for 3 years, I never saw things that I've never thought I'd ever see in my life. Transvestites going to our schools and having talking to our children. Uh, the border being like the terrorists coming over our border like that. You know what I mean? I wonder how many Democrats are in on that. It's funny they show a raft of the cartel bringing over immigrants, and they say in the on the news, "Oh, this is the route they take to bring in the drugs." How do you know that? How'd you know that?
Yeah,
So all the while they were bringing drugs on that route, and you find, you know what I mean. And now you're watching them bring in immigrants, so that's where they're bringing in stuff.
yeah, it
You know?
definitely. That's another byproduct of them opening borders.
Yeah,
It's getting all the illegal
yeah,
shit that comes in. Makes
yeah.
it worse.
I wonder how many of these cartels are they working with them, are working with them. I really
Yeah,
do. You know, and I'll say that I don't care. It's America. I could say that. You
yeah.
know,
No,
It- it- it-
we're a country. We should have rules.
yeah,
We should have
yeah,
rules about coming into the country.
definitely. Come in the right way. What are you hiding at? You got to come in that way.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And in all their countries, crime's going down. Meanwhile, crime in our country's going through the roof.
Even like a little third world shitty country, lot of poverty, people living on the streets. That guy living on the streets, if he walked himself down to the main office of that country, wherever it is, and got an application and put it in the right way to the country, he could do it. Even if the guy
Yeah.
doesn't have two pennies to his name, he should be able to
Yep.
walk down and put an application in to come over
Yep.
here. They ain't gotta jump in the back of a freaking U-Haul van.
No. No. You know what it is? They don't want to come in 10,000 at a time. They want to come in 1 million at a time. They just want to rush right through. You know, so there's going to be huge consequences for all of this, man. This is going to blow up in our faces. I
It's a
don't care.
free
And
for
I
all.
don't know how this stuff is going to get fixed. How do you fix this? You
I
know,
mean, I don't know, but I don't know, but I mean, if I think if they got tight on the borders and they start having some investigators investigate some people, and when they find out these guys are here illegally, you put them on a bus and you bring them out of here. You get them out of
and
here.
then that's when they start saying Trump's being a dictator. When you do that,
I mean,
that's their ways of doing. That's their ways of making this guy look like he's a dictator.
it's not
You know what I
fair.
mean?
We were born here. We work. We pay our
Mhm.
taxes. We have to follow the law. If we don't follow the law, we get put in jail. Families upset. We have to earn some money and pay our taxes and do the right thing in order to be a member of society. These people just come in and they do whatever they want. They work under the table. They drive it out. Like people have these kids, they grow up, they have to take a driving test, they have to get their driver's license.
Mhm.
They go through the process. These guys are coming over here illegally to just get behind wheels without licenses, do whatever the fuck they want. It's a free for all.
Yeah, I feel like going over there and coming in and saying I'm coming in from another country, so maybe I can get taken care of. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
or put on lipstick and a wig so I can get treated differently, special. You know what I mean? It's like it's crazy. Is that what you got to do in this place? You know,
yeah.
it's crazy, bro. Well,
Well, hopefully, hopefully this sucked Joe Biden. I'm grateful that this whole Joe Biden shit and people on that side are actually starting to realize this guy's not it, and maybe we need to start changing our ways. That's what I'm taking this as. You know,
Right.
you can't. You know, they have to. You know, you gotta have good sportsmanship. You lose, you lose.
Right. That's it. That's it. You lose, let the other person. If you lose, that means the majority of the country wants you to to lead them. And if the majority of this country wants a guy like this to lead them, then I got to get out of here, bro. you know,
To a nice
it's not
island
safe.
somewhere. Nice,
Yeah,
nice island, tropical
it's not
weather.
safe. It's scary. It's not safe, man. Wow. All right, bro. We got to do this again, man.
Yeah,
You know, Jason Cafferty, Gary Rossi, call it the Cafferty Rossi show. I don't care. It's, we're just trying to help everyday idiots like us try to understand what's going on
yeah,
because, yeah, because we have a right to. We don't have to have a college degree. We don't have to have a high school diploma.
yeah,
You just got to have common sense. You just got to see what's in front of you. You got to see what's going on. You don't need all of that stuff to vote and find the right person. Do some investigating yourself. There's a whole computer with everything on there. But find the truth. You know, you can see things with your own eyes. You know, vote the way you want to vote. Don't let nobody tell you how to vote, especially freaking, you know, loser actors that, play villains their whole life. There's a reason why the guy played a villain his whole life because he's a villain. You know,
yeah. He fit the
that's what
role.
I feel. Yeah, fit the role perfect. You know, makes me
Yeah, bro.
sick. But yeah, we'll try to get on tomorrow, Jay. I don't know what time, but we'll see. I'll give you a call. Meanwhile, we'll podcast this, get it going. All right,
Yeah, bro. Yep.
all right, everybody. Have a blessed day. Peace out. Um, you know, common sense. That's all you need. I wish they would have taught that in school. But there was no subject. I don't know why. They should have had a subject for common sense.
Well, you know what they say about common sense. Common sense isn't so common.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. All right. Let us know how you feel, man. Send your remarks over, whatever. All right. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later, Jay.
All right, bro.
All right, buddy. Have a
Later.
great day.
You too.
Bye.